Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we have got lots of exciting news and updates, and so first I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members and also welcome to all of you who are new. We are really glad to have you all with us. If there is anyone here who has not subscribed to our channel yet, we would ask you to please consider subscribing to our channel. It not only helps us out, but I think that you're going to love being subscribed to our channel because you get to stay up to date with everything to do with everything in cruising, traveling, and everything right now, as well as all the updates on what is going on Princess cruise ships. And we're hoping to hear from other cruise line cruise ships as well as you sail on them. But I think you'll appreciate all of our updates here. So first of all, yesterday, with everything going on, it slipped my mind to tell you that yesterday Princess took possession of the completely finished Discovery Princess. So yesterday over there in Moncalfone, Italy, in the Fincantieri shipyard, John Paget was there. He's the new president of Princess, and he was there to receive that cruise ship on behalf of the Princess Company. And my goodness, is she beautiful. A spectacular ship. And so she is going to be making her way sailing from Italy over to Los Angeles. And then on March 27th of 2022, she will begin sailing cruises out of Los Angeles. She's going to be doing Mexican Riviera cruises and the California coastal cruises until it's time for her to home port in Seattle for the Alaska season. And another really fun thing about her is you will recall that the Love Boat cruise was canceled from February 26th and moved to October 22nd of this year. And that cruise is going to be on the Discovery Princess. So how cool is that? It would have been wonderful on the Majestic Princess as it was originally scheduled, but I think it's more exciting even that it's on the Discovery Princess. And so that cruise, if you're not familiar with it leaves from Los Angeles. You get to have a sea day, and then you go to Cabo San Lucas, then Mazatlan, then Puerto Vallarta, and then you get 2 sea days on the way home. And I think that will be perfect for relaxing and also enjoying that magnificent new ship. And so if any of you want to book the group cruise with me to go on that cruise, in the box below here I've got 2 different emails. You can email me and we'll just go from there. Or if you just want information to decide if you would like to go, that would be great. Just send me an email. And I also wanted to let you know that, as like they call it, the Love Boat cruise, they are just going to have lots of activities on board, as well as the original Love Boat cast from the TV show. And all of them will be able to be there except for Captain Stubing, of course, because Gavin McLeod passed away last year. But everyone else will be able to be there, and so that will be fun as well. Now, with Princess receiving that Discovery Princess, that really marks the end of an era. That is the last Royal class ship that Princess is having built. And so now we are moving on to the Sphere class of ship. And last September, they're in the Fincantieri shipyard. They're the ones doing it. They commenced building a new ship. It is going to be even bigger. It is one of the new LNG ships, which is liquefied natural gas, which is supposed to be the most environmentally friendly as well as the cleanest burning fossil fuel. And so it's a really big deal that they're taking the leap to having that kind of ship. And a really cool thing about it is going to be even bigger than the Royal class ships. So the Royal class ships can hold 3,660 passengers, and this new Sphere class ship is going to hold 4,300 passengers. And I've seen some of I looked and found some of the conceptual drawings they've got and the information out, and it looks like it's just it's still beautiful, but even more modernized, if you can do that. But it looks like it will still be a beautiful ship. I guess what I'm thinking of is, sometimes things seem so modern that they're just lose a little bit of the warmth and the beauty. but this ship doesn't seem like that at all. And so it'll be wonderful. So the one that they started building already is supposed to be delivered in 2023, and then they've already got another one that should be coming in 2025. So we've got a lot to look forward to. It'll be really fun to watch the progress on that and just hear how it's going. Now, last night on our live, someone asked me if I knew which port those ships would be porting at when they come online, and I didn't know. And I have really been, I've looked in several places and looked for it, and I have not seen a firm commitment for any of the ports or heard from Princess where those ships will be home ported. So if any of you have seen that already, please do speak up and let us know, because we would like to know. The next thing I wanted to let you know about is yesterday the U.S. Consulate issued a travel warning for Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, and Tulum. And as it turns out, there have been shootings there lately, and I knew that before we went there on our cruise. But while we were actually, on the day that we were there in port, there was a shooting at one of the resorts there where a Mexican national who was a known drug lord shot and killed a couple of Canadian guests at that resort. And so that seems to be the event that has nudged the U.S. Consulate to make that warning. And so I just wanted to let you know that based on our experience and what we have seen otherwise, I don't think you need to cancel your cruises that go there. You don't need to change your plans. I would say just be really cautious. Keep in mind that this was a drug thing, and so unless you're trying to deal with people that do drugs, hopefully you'll be okay. But I would still be really vigilant and just keeping an eye out what's going on around you, because sometimes innocent people do get caught in the crossfire. And so keep that in mind. But I don't think it's it doesn't seem like it is something that's so dangerous that you absolutely shouldn't go, especially if you go there and you're with your tour or your cruise, your excursion, whatever you're with. You should be okay. The next thing that I wanted to let you know is, we are all waiting with everyone in Australia for cruising to be able to begin down there. And Carnival was really hopeful that they were going to be able to get their cruises going. But they have gone ahead and made the decision to cancel cruises around Australia and that whole region on the Carnival Splendor through and including their sailings through March 31st of 2022, and on the Carnival Spirit through May 29th of 2022. And so just they're hoping to start sailing those ships there in June. They still remain hopeful for that, but I just wanted to let you know that as of right now, those cruises have been canceled. And so I'm sure that the people on those cruises have been notified, but I think it's just really helpful to let us all know how everything is going with the cruising restart everywhere. Now, another thing I wanted to let you know is, let's see, I came across a couple of updates that I want to share with you. The first one that I want to share with you is from someone on the Caribbean Princess, and she said that they are down to about 800 passengers again on this sailing. And so if you are looking at booking a cruise, it is still a wonderful time to book a cruise. That's about where we sailed 2 weeks ago. And so clearly the occupancy rates are remaining low, and it's like you have your own ship. So I just wanted to let you know that. We have also an update from John, who is on the Emerald Princess right now. And he has been so kind to update us every day. And so let me tell you what he wrote last night. He said that... Nope, he wrote it, yes, last night, sorry, that Sunday on January 30th, day 3 at sea, they continued to cruise on what would have been their first destination, Cartagena. They will get to anchor there so that the ship can take on fuel, but they will not be able to get off the ship. It was going to be their first formal night, and I really love that he noted that both of the NFL football games are going to be shown on the big screen, like Out Movies Under the Stars. He says the weather is great. It's been in the 80s, and the staff has been still very attentive, and it's been a really great cruise so far. So it sounds like even though they are missing that port, I think they're still having a wonderful time. I also want to point out to any of you who are thinking of hopping, like on the February 12th sailing on the Emerald Princess down to the Panama Canal, it looks like Nicaragua is still closed. Now, Nicaragua is just closed to cruise ships. They're not doing the thing where a cruise ship tries to come and has to say how many cases of COVID they've got, they're not even doing that. They are just not accepting cruise ships right now. And so if you are someone that Nicaragua is a do or die port, then I would say don't book that right now. But if you just want to have a wonderful cruise and go see the Panama Canal, I think this is a wonderful time to go. We've also got a Let's Go Travel Tips family member, Marcy. She was really nice and sent a comment. You know, she said that she's on the Emerald right now, and she said, honestly, the testing is not a big deal. She said that Princess handles it very smoothly, and it's no big deal. I love that. She said that she's a little bit disappointed because they've missed a couple of ports, like I said, with Cartagena and Nicaragua. But she said life just happens, and she is so excited to go through the canal. And today, February 1st, is the day they should be sailing through the canal. And so I really appreciate her attitude and her cheerful comment. The other update that I wanted to share with you, this person put this just in one of our comments, and they didn't say which ships they had been on, but they said we've cruised twice in the last 3 months. It's wonderful. All caps, wonderful to cruise now. As a result of the reduction in passengers, you don't have to search to find a table in the buffet, and you always get a table at the window. Finding a private place to read or just hang out is no longer a problem. There is often no one in the pool, and you at least have hope of getting into the hot tub. It says the ships that they have sailed on, everyone has been sailing in compliance with the protocols, and they have sailed on Carnival and on Princess. And so I just wanted to let you know that it looks like things are going really smoothly. And so that's what we've got on updates on ships. And we had one last from someone on the Majestic Princess, and they were kind enough to say that instead of the normal lineup of entertainment that we usually get with production shows, they have had a comedian twice who she did say was really funny, and there was a singer booked for last night that she was excited to hear. And so it looks like even when the cruise lines have to do a little bit, that they're doing a really good job with that. And so if any of you are on a cruise ship, and even if it's not a Princess cruise ship, I would love to hear from you no matter what cruise ship you're on. Let us know how it's going, or if you're recently off, I would love to hear from you as well, because it just really helps all of us know a little bit about what's going on. So thanks. The last thing I want to tell you really quick is I came across a document done by the Department of Homeland Security here in the United States, and it was in regard to that Passenger Vessel Services Act. Now, mind you, I have read through that whole act, and I am not an attorney, and so I don't have as much expertise as would probably be best to interpret it. But over the years since that act was enacted in 1886, it has been interpreted, and that's where we get some of the rules that we have right now. Now, I wanted to let you know that I have learned that if you are going to sail from one port in the United States and return to a different port in the United States on the same ship, even if it's in consecutive cruises, you have to go to what they consider to be a distant foreign port to be able to do that without a big fine. And so basically they have classified all the ports as whether they are just a foreign port or a distant foreign port. And so the examples that they used is if you got on a cruise ship in Los Angeles, sailed to Hawaii, down to Ensenada, and then you returned to San Diego and got off the ship, that would be in violation because Ensenada is considered just a foreign port, not a distant foreign port. Now, the other example they used was if you got on the ship in Miami and went to Aruba, and then you went to Key West to get off of the ship, that would be just fine because Aruba is considered a distant foreign port. Now, I have not been able to find where they get the rule that you need to be 3 days off of one ship before boarding that same ship again to go back and get off on a different foreign port. Does that make sense? So basically, if you want to sail from Los Angeles to Vancouver and from Vancouver to Seattle, basically you need to switch ships in Vancouver, and you can do that. You can get off one ship and get on the other ship the next day. And so just keep that in mind. You just have to switch ships. If you want to continue to use the same ship, there needs to be the 3 days or 72 hours. I've seen that rule. I just can't find the basis for it. And so that's the best that we've got. So if any of you have any questions about that or comments, I'd love to hear from you. I'm not going to continue to kill you with that. If I'm sure that your travel agent or your cruise line will help make sure that you meet all the requirements for that like I've said, Princess has their own Passenger Vessel Services Act department to make sure that everyone is in compliance, so don't worry. And so if you've got any questions, just tuck them in the comments below. If you appreciate these videos, will you please give this video a thumbs up, because that just helps us out and I really appreciate it. So thanks. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.